Hello everyone, this is Nginx from vlemon.com and I'm back with another Google Cloud Compute Engine tutorial video. And in this video, we will learn how to install phpMyAdmin on our Nginx web server. In our previous video, we learned how to install Nginx, PHP and MySQL on our Ubuntu 18.04 Google Cloud Compute Engine VM instance. We are going to use the same machine, and in the same machine, we will learn how to install phpMyAdmin and secure the installation for phpMyAdmin. For this video, we are going to refer to this blog post. The blog post URL is available in the description of this video, or you can click on this notification icon. First, we need to open the SSH terminal. For this, I'm going to open Google Cloud Compute Engine VM instance page. This is my instance in which we are going to install phpMyAdmin. So let me first open the SSH in browser window. So I'm going to click on this drop down and then I'm going to select open in browser window. So let me quickly arrange my browser windows. So let me select this. I want to copy code from my blog post. So that's why I arranged my windows side by side. Okay, so our SSH terminal is open successfully. The first thing, we need to get the latest update for the repository. For this, I'm going to type sudo apt get update. Okay, so let me copy the command from my blog post to avoid any typos. So I'm going to copy the command and then I'm going to paste it just here. Okay, next I'm going to copy this command. So I'm going to click on this floppy disk and then I'm going to paste the command just here. This command is going to install phpMyAdmin on our Ubuntu 18.04 server. Yes, definitely I want to install phpMyAdmin on my machine. So that's why I'm going to confirm. Yes, this action is going to use additional 55 MB disk space. I'm fine with this. So I'm going to click on, I'm going to type 5 and then hit enter to confirm this action. Wait for the installation to complete. Now configuring phpMyAdmin. In this prompt, we don't have any option for Nginx. So to skip this prompt or to skip this configuration, we are going to use tab. Then we are going to select OK and then hit enter. In the next prompt, we need to select the configuration phpMyAdmin. Definitely we want to configure phpMyAdmin packages and we need a database for phpMyAdmin. So that's why we are going to click on set. We are going to select yes and then we are going to hit enter. By default, yes is selected. So I'm going to hit enter from my keyboard. The next thing, we need to provide the password for phpMyAdmin application. Okay. So here you need to provide a new password. If you are not going to provide any password, then phpMyAdmin installation is going to use random password. So let me type a password here. So I'm going to use password 123 tab. Okay, again for the confirmation I'm going to use password 123 tab and okay. So this option is going to create a new database for phpMyAdmin in MySQL. Our phpMyAdmin installation is completed successfully. The next thing is we need to create a symbolic link to access phpMyAdmin. Right now, our phpMyAdmin installation is available in cd user share phpMyAdmin. Hit enter. And finally, I'm going to list down all the available files. So this is the installation directory for phpMyAdmin. I want to create a symbolic link inside our web root directory. So our web root directory is available inside var www-/html. Okay, so let me quickly list down everything. So in this we have two files. One is the HTML file and another one is the index.php file. In this directory, I need to point our phpMyAdmin source directory. For this, we are going to use symbolic link. This is the command to create a symbolic link in our var www-html web root directory. I'm going to click on this floppy disk to copy this command and I'm going to paste it just here. Okay, hit enter and our symbolic link is created successfully. To confirm, type ls-l. Okay, The third entry is for phpMyAdmin symbolic link. This symbolic link is pointing on user share phpMyAdmin. Okay, let's try to access phpMyAdmin inside browser. For this, I'm going to open my browser, and this is our server IP. So I'm going to remove this index.php, and then I'm going to simply type phpMyAdmin, hit enter. Okay, so right now you are able to see a forbidden message. This is because right now inside the default configuration, so 403 forbidden. Okay, to fix this issue, quickly add index.php here. So now we are able to access phpMyAdmin. If you want to avoid to type index.php, then you need to first open the default configuration file. So my default configuration file is available in cd where, or let me quickly copy the path for default configuration. It is available just here. I'm going to copy this entire command. This command is going to open our default configuration inside nano editor. Okay, in this I'm going to add index.php. So let me quickly add index.php. I forgot to add index.php at the time of installation, so this is my issue. To save these changes, I'm going to press Ctrl O, hit enter, and Ctrl X to close this file. For the new configuration changes, we need to restart the Nginx services. For this, let me first test the configuration file. Everything is okay, so we can restart the Nginx services. So I'm going to copy this command and I'm going to simply paste it just here. So our Nginx services is restarted successfully. Now I'm going to open incognito tab, and here I'm going to simply copy this entire path, and then I'm going to paste it just here. Now by default, our index.php is executed. Okay, the next thing, we need to secure the phpMyAdmin installation. Why we need to secure the phpMyAdmin installation? Because phpMyAdmin is used to access our server database. In our server database, we have very important data, and we don't want any malicious authentication on phpMyAdmin. So that's why we are going to prevent, or we are going to secure the phpMyAdmin installation. Okay, if we are not going to secure the phpMyAdmin installation, then any hacker is try to gain access on phpMyAdmin, and if hacker got the access, then hacker can do anything. He can drop the database, he can delete the records. It is based on the hacker mindsets. Okay, so we want to prevent this malicious activity, so that's why we are going to secure the phpMyAdmin installation. For securing the phpMyAdmin installation, we have two options. The first option is we are going to change the phpMyAdmin URL. Okay, so right now it is accessible using phpMyAdmin. Now let's say if we are going to replace this phpMyAdmin with some secret path, then our hacker is not able to find the installation of phpMyAdmin. Hackers are able to find the phpMyAdmin installation. If they want to find the phpMyAdmin installation, then they have a brute force attack. Okay, so this is one way to hide the phpMyAdmin installation. Okay, to change the URL for phpMyAdmin, we need to change the symbolic link. Okay, to change the symbolic link, we need to copy this command, sudo move phpMyAdmin, and then your secret URL. Okay, in this example, I used my secret URL. You need to decide your own secret, and then based on your secret, you need to edit this command, and then you need to execute it. Okay, so I'm going to first copy this command. I want to use my secret URL to access phpMyAdmin. Okay, so that's why I'm going to use this. For you need to decide, and then you need to change the command. So let me quickly copy this, and I'm going to open my terminal, and I'm going to simply change phpMyAdmin to my secret URL. Let me again list down the content for our web root directory. it is now. Previously we are using phpMyAdmin, now we are using my secret URL. To access phpMyAdmin, you need to use your secret URL. So if I'm going to execute this command, if I'm going to visit this URL, our URL is failed, 404 not found. Okay, now we need to use our secret URL to access phpMyAdmin. So I'm going to remove this, and instead of phpMyAdmin, I'm going to use my secret URL. Hit enter. This is the first option to secure the phpMyAdmin installation. The next is we are going to enable Nginx authentication for this URL. If a hacker want to hack our server using phpMyAdmin, then hacker first need to find this secret URL. If somehow hacker gets the correct phpMyAdmin URL, then if Nginx authentication is enabled, in that scenario, hacker first need to find the username and password for bypassing the Nginx authentication. After that, hacker can use brute force attack to find the username and password. To enable the Nginx authentication, we need to first create a password. Okay. For Nginx, we need a encrypted password. To generate a encrypted password, we are going to use OpenSSL utility. Copy this command and execute this command in the terminal. This command is going to ask for a password, and based on the password, it is going to generate encrypted string. So let me enter my password. I'm going to use password. Let me confirm my password, and based on the provided password, your password string is generated successfully. You need to copy this. So let me quickly copy this, and I'm going to paste this inside my notepad. Okay, we need to use this letter for the authentication. Okay, the next step, we need to create a password file. For this, I'm going to copy this command, sudo nano, and this I'm going to copy this command. This command is going to create a new phpMyAdmin_pass file and open it inside nano editor. Let me quickly open this in nano editor. Now we need to add username and password in this file. So let me open my blog post. You need to use this structure to save your username and password. Okay, so username 1 colon password, username 2 colon password. Okay, so on the blog post, it contains one space, but you don't need to use space. Okay, so let me use my username. So I'm going to type Mayank. I want username as a Mayank, then the password colon, and then the password is this. Finally, I'm going to press Ctrl O to save these changes and Ctrl X to exit the nano editor. Our password is ready, our password file is ready. Next thing, we need to edit our configuration file to enable password for our phpMyAdmin URL. Okay, for this I'm going to copy this command. This command is going to open our default.configuration file inside nano editor, and in this file we are going to add few lines. Okay, so let me add lines just here. So I'm going to copy lines from my blog post. So I want to copy all this line. Okay, so based on your secret path, you need to edit this file. I intentionally used init caps in the name, but actually the path is this. Okay, so let me edit it first. So I'm going to again open notepad, and I'm going to simply paste it just here. Okay, and I'm going to simply use the URL which I am using. Ensure your file name is correct. Okay, so I'm going to copy this entire lines, and then finally I'm going to paste it just here. Okay, we are almost done. Save the config file. close the nano editor and then clear the terminal if required. And then we need to finally restart our Nginx services to apply all these changes. I'm going to copy this command and then we are going to open terminal, paste the command. Our Nginx services are restarted successfully, and let me quickly refresh this URL. Our authentication is not working, so let me check what is wrong. So here the URL is my secret URL, and let me check what is the path here. It's my secret path. Okay, so instead of changing the default configuration file, I'm going to simply move my symbolic link from my secret URL to my secret path. Okay, because I don't want to edit default.configuration file, I want to simply change the symbolic link. Okay, if we are going to change the symbolic link, then we don't need to restart the services. So that's why I'm going to use this method. So I think you are able to understand how to enable the authentication. ls-l. Okay, so my secret path. Now based on this path, we need to change this URL. So I'm going to use my secret path. Okay, now we are able to see authentication dialog box. So our username is admin. No, it's not admin, it's Mayank. I'm going to enter my password. We are authenticated successfully. At the time of phpMyAdmin installation, phpMyAdmin created a user for phpMyAdmin application. The username is phpMyAdmin. Okay, and for this we used password 123. So let me quickly share the image where we entered the password at the time of installation. Okay, so here we entered a password 123. So we are going to use the same password here. Okay, so this username and password is created by the phpMyAdmin installer. Okay, now at the time of installation, I created a user specifically for phpMyAdmin. Okay, the username is Mayank Sangvi with password. Okay, so I hope now you are able to install phpMyAdmin and configure the phpMyAdmin on your Ubuntu 18.04 server. One important thing, we are using PHP version 5.7 and newer, so that's why we are not able to use root username and password. Let me hit enter. Okay, so access is denied for root username and password. Now what is the reason for this? This is because for root the authentication plugin is used auth_socket, and for Mayank Sangvi the authentication plugin is used is phpMySQL password or MySQL password. So let me quickly share this with you. So why we are not able to use root to access phpMyAdmin? The answer for this is here. Okay, I already explained this answer in this blog post. Ubuntu 18.04 install Nginx phpMySQL on Google Cloud Compute Engine video. You need to check this video to find out the answer why we are not able to use root while we created a new user for accessing phpMyAdmin. In our next video, we will learn how to create custom error page for Nginx web server. So that's it for this video. If you like this video, don't forget to click on like, subscribe, share it with everyone, provide your feedback, and see you all in next Google Cloud Compute Engine tutorial video. Some important URLs.